Important announcement from HDFC Bank. A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999. HDFC.
In a few moments, the news.
A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security.
This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. Here is the news edited by Dulmin Samarasinghe and read by Indrani Senanayake. The headlines. Handing over of appointment letters to trainees under the programme to provide 100,000 jobs commences. Former Director of State Intelligence Service reveals that nearly 15,000 people were aware about intelligence information related to the Easter Sunday attacks. Parliamentarian Rishad Badruddin remanded until the 27th of this month. News from overseas. Poland opens temporary hospitals and brings army to help coronavirus testing. Sports football. Newcastle fans pay-per-view protest raises thousands of pounds for food bank. Handing over of letters of appointments to trainees under the programme to provide 100,000 jobs for those who were selected from the low-income recipient families commenced today. 38,888 will be given letters of appointment under the first stage. They will be provided with 6 months of training in 25 selected fields according to the skills and wishes of the trainees. The training will be provided by the National Apprentice Training Authority. A trainee will receive a monthly allowance of 22,500 rupees during the training period and will be awarded a certificate at the end of the training period. The 100,000 Jobs Programme has been planned according to the Vistas Prosperity Manifesto of President Gotabaya Rajapaksa to create a country without poverty. The programme is implemented by the Department of the Multi-Purpose Development Task Force. Former Director of State Intelligence Service Nilantha Jayawardena says that nearly 15,000 people were aware by the 11th of April last year about intelligence information related to the Easter Sunday attacks. He mentioned this while giving evidence before the Presidential Commission to inquire into the Easter Sunday attacks. He said that when he disclosed this, then the brother of former Minister Rishad Badruddin, helping to send Saharan Hashim out of the country, will have a political impact, has been confirmed at present. Mr. Nilantha Jayawardena has been called to the Presidential Commission today on the 24th occasion. Parliamentarian Rishad Badruddin has been remanded until the 27th of this month. The CID arrested him last night and produced him before the Colombo Fort Magistrate Priyantha Liyanage this afternoon. Although the counsellors for Mr. Badruddin requested for bail, the magistrate ordered to make written submissions to the court before the 23rd of this month. The magistrate said that the order on the bail will be announced on the 27th. Mr. Badruddin has been accused of misappropriating 9.5 million rupees of public funds by transporting a group of voters from Puttalam to Mannar by SLTV buses. This news comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999.
We continue with local news. Magistrate Priyantha Liyanage has ordered DIG of the CID to conduct an immediate investigation and report to the court for bringing the vehicle which brought MP Rishad Baduddin to court near the official chamber of the magistrate. An order was given to submit a report within the next few days to the court about the official or officials who provided the special cover. The magistrate gave the order after being informed that the vehicle in which MP Rishad Baduddin arrived was brought near the official vehicle of the magistrate and he was presented in court with a cover. The National Centre to Prevent the Spread of COVID-19 says that the pharmacies and food stalls where there is quarantine curfew will be open from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. tomorrow. The Department of Registration of Persons says the applicants who receive the date and time to obtain their national identity cards under the one-day service of the department should hand over their applications to the Grama Niladhari or to the National Identity Card Division of the Divisional Secretariat. Next, we take a look at the main news story.
An important announcement from HDFC Bank. A giant interest rate for your fixed deposit that you deposit this month. Enjoy special interest rates based on deposit amount and the government security. Call 0718 800 999. HDFC.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidya Mahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
The Committee on Public Enterprises, COPE, and the Committee on Public Accounts, COPA, have decided to temporarily suspend the committee meeting scheduled for this week. The decision has been taken by the COPE Chairman Professor Charit Herath and COPA Chairman Professor Tisavitharana based on the health guidelines on preventing public gatherings and maintaining social distancing due to the prevailing COVID-19 situation in the country. Accordingly, the COPE and COPA meetings, which were scheduled to be held from tomorrow to Friday, have been suspended. That was the main news story. Next, we take a look at Watchlight.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vidya Mahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
Watchlight. The Ministry of Education has requested the relevant authorities to inform them immediately if the health safety of students at any examination centre is found to be irresponsibly compromised or if the necessary health facilities are not provided. The Education Ministry has introduced the hotline number 1988 to relay any such information. That came to you in Watchlight. A bulletin of world news will follow. The headlines: Poland opens temporary hospitals and brings army to help coronavirus testing. India says Australia will join its naval drills with US and Japan. China's economic recovery quickens as consumption returns. Poland is opening a field hospital at Warsaw's landmark National Stadium and will bring in the army to handle drive-through coronavirus testing facilities amid a surge in new infections that threatens to overwhelm the healthcare system. Officials said the Law and Justice government was in talks with private medical facilities to provide beds and wards for coronavirus patients and planned to double the base salaries of state health workers. India announces today that Australia will join annual naval exercises scheduled with the United States and Japan in a move that could raise concerns in China, which has previously criticized any joint drills as destabilizing. India is hosting the Malabar drills in the Bay of Bengal, scheduled for later next month. Australia will be returning to the joint maneuvers after its participation in 2007 that drew criticism from China. China's economic recovery accelerated in the third quarter as consumers shook off their coronavirus caution, although the weaker-than-expected health guideline growth suggested persistent risks for one of the few drivers of global demand. Gross domestic product grew 4.9% in July to September from a year earlier. Official data showed today slower than 5.2% forecast by analysts, but faster than the second quarter 3.2% growth. To end this bulletin of world news, we take a look at the headlines again. Poland opens temporary hospitals and brings army to help coronavirus testing. India says Australia will join its naval drills with US and Japan. China's economic recovery quickens as consumption returns. That ends this bulletin of world news. Development news is up next.
Development news is brought to you by
When Aya bought a motorbike, he bought 2 helmets. So sweet of him. I'm sure the other one is for me.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others. When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves. Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan නෙවෙයි.
On to development news. The Colombo Stock Exchange now sends a customized daily trade alert to investors at the end of each trade day, notifying them of all transactions that are carried out through their securities accounts in the CSDs. The alert system has been introduced by the CSE in a move to encourage investors to track and monitor their CDS accounts. This service is provided free of any cost to the investor and will help an investor to identify any issues or discrepancies concerning any transaction and enable investors to immediately bring it to the notice of their stock broker firms and resolve such matters. That was development news. Sports news is up next.
When Tati bought a new family car, it wasn't just for the 4 of us.
It's a 10-seater van. Enough for friends and relatives too.
Mummy insisted on building an extra room in our new house.
Well, you never know who'll come to stay. We need more pillows too.
When I was studying late, Nangi would come by to help.
No, I don't know physics, but I do know you need a Munchie Super Cream Cracker.
In whatever we do, we Sri Lankans are always thinking of others.
When we get Munchie Super Cream Crackers, they're not just for ourselves.
Munchie Super Cream Cracker. Super kiyanne nikan නෙවෙයි.
Sports news is brought to you by
Munchie Chocolate Cream Biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
First, football. Newcastle fans donated £20,000 to charity over the weekend in protest against the Premier League's controversial pay-per-view scheme. The Magpies' 4-1 defeat by Manchester United on Saturday was one of several Premier League games only available live in the UK for a fee. It applies to the 5 fixtures in each round of games, not televised in the UK. The charity Not PPV campaign asked fans to donate to the city's West End Food Bank rather than pay to watch. On to cycling. Jumbo Visma, one of the leading men's outfits, said today it is starting a women's team for the 2021 season with Dutch great Marianne Vos in the squad. The creation of the team is a welcome boost for women's cycling, which has been badly hit by the COVID-19 crisis. The Dutch team will be spearheaded by 33-year-old Vos, a 12-time world champion across 3 disciplines of road, cyclocross and track. On to rugby. Mobile network operator 02 has pledged today to fund the men's and women's games equally after signing a new 5-year deal with the Rugby Football Union. The new agreement begins in September 2021 and is reportedly worth £7.5 million per year, extending its time as principal shirt sponsor in 3 decades. That was sports news. Business news follows.
Hey guys, we've got our very own Queen Bear here to review something for us.
Okay, here we go.
It's the right amount of crunch and OMG, so much chocolate. The texture is so good. It's creamy and velvety and just so much chocolate. The packaging is super cool and new and there's like so much chocolate. And OMG, the taste, it tastes like so good and there's so much chocolate. Like with every bite. 10 out of 10 for me.
Munchie chocolate cream biscuit. Chocolate in every bite.
Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The Commercial Bank of Ceylon has announced that its credit card holders can now register themselves on the bank's website to receive their monthly statements electronically without waiting to receive them by post. Approximately 45% of the bank's credit card holders have already opted for an e-statement, and the bank is expected a further conversion facility by the new self-registration option. That was business news. Economic news is up next.
Business News. Sponsored by National Savings Bank. The safest place for your money.
The wait is over and it's time for you to experience happiness. It's time to remap the graph for success. It's time to rebuild your empire. It's time to initiate your entrepreneur dreams. Empower your dreams with NSV Wings. Get your 2-year personal loan for just 7% per annum, starting from 500,000 rupees to 10 million rupees. All you need is just one guarantee. NSV Wings. Recharge the high goals.
Economic news, courtesy of
Business Deals, now easy. It just takes few taps only. Anytime, get it done, all connected. Best discounts with real time. LOLC Real Time. Now download LOLC Finance Real Time app for your LOLC savings account. Attractive interest rates, transactions anytime, anywhere with a zero cost and more benefits.
Stocks closed 0.19% higher today as the all-share price index gained 11.34%, close at 5,957.13. S&P SL20 index of most liquid stocks gained 0.70% or 16.54 points to end at 2,386.97. The market turnover was 139 million rupees, with 93 stocks gaining and 108 making losses. That was economic news. Finally, a look at the weather report.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
When will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
Finally, the weather report. The Met Department says showers will occur tomorrow at several places in the western and Sabaragamu provinces and the Gaul and Mathura districts. Showers or thunder showers will occur at several places in the northern province. Gusty winds about 40 kilometers per hour can be expected in the Batticaloa, Trincomalee, Mathura and the Hambantota districts and on the western slopes of the Central Hills. That was a look at the weather report. To end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again.
Weather report was sponsored by
CIB Janajaya Vasana 15th stage begins. 40% discount for selected goods from 12th to 25th of October. Visit CIB today.
And to end tonight's news broadcast, we take a look at the headlines again. Handing over of appointment letters to trainees under the program to provide 100,000 jobs commences. Former Director of State Intelligence Service reveals that nearly 15,000 people were aware about intelligence information related to the Easter Sunday attacks. Parliamentarian Rashad Badruddin remanded until the 27th of this month. News from overseas. Poland opens temporary hospitals and brings army to help coronavirus testing. Sport, football. Newcastle fans Pay-per-view protest raises thousands of pounds for food bank.